Dobar dan svima, dobrodošli u četvrti dan našeg sajma Study Abroad Week. Nadam se da ste uživali u prethodnim prezentacijama koje smo vam spremili, a danas u rasporedu u agendi imamo dve prezentacije, dve biznis škole iz Italije. Ukoliko planirate studije biznisa na jako visokom nivou, u veoma značajnim finansijskim centrima Evrope, u Rimu i Milanu, onda predlažem da ostanete sa nama i da pratite naredne dve prezentacije. Za početak ugostit ćemo Graduate School of Business Politecnika u Milanu. Vama je Politecnico verovatno poznat kao tehnički univerzitet, međutim, ono što je jako bitno da naglasimo jeste da ima i sjajnu školu biznisa. Zbog toga smo na ovaj sajam pozvali i njihove predstavnike da nam se predstave i da vam objasne šta se možete da očekujete u njihovoj školi, u okviru njihovih programa i kakva vas karijera čeka nakon završenih master ili MBA studija na ovoj instituciji. Sa nama je danas Silvija sa Politehnika u Milanu. Ja pozivam da nam se pridruži i počet ću da pričam na engleskom kako bismo je tako ugostili, predstavili. Hello Silvia, are you there?
Yes, of course.
Hello, ciao.
Hello.
Come va?
Hello, everyone. Oh, good. Thanks a lot.
So I just did a short introduction about Politecnico di Milano in terms of your School of Business, which is very highly ranked and very good institution for this kind of studies. However, you will explain us what can we expect at your institution and which programs do you offer. The floor is yours. I will be here to moderate with some questions, and of course, maybe we can answer some doubts straight away and encourage students to apply.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you so much. So I'm sharing my slides so that
I will be here just to check if everything is right. Yeah, we can see your presentation. You should just use your full screen mode.
Yes. Let's see if it works. All right. Is it okay? Okay, perfect. Fine. Okay, so thank you, Yelena, and thank you everyone for being connected today. So the aim actually of my of the webinar, of the presentation, is first of all to talk about actually the business school of Politecnico di Milano. The name is MIP, and the programs, of course, that we offer. But most of all, what I would like to do is really to give you an overview of the school, first of all. So let me see if is first of all to give you an overview of Politecnico di Milano and MIP. What is the connection between the School of Management and our home university, which is normally a very well-known and renowned actually university, mostly in the field of architecture, design, and most of all also engineering, which is also our home department actually, from which the business school was founded in 1979. A few words also about Milan. I really hope that everyone already is very familiar with the city, is very familiar, of course, also with the, let's say, vibrant atmosphere that you can find in such a city. And I will also give you an overview of the programs that you can find in our school. The programs are many, so the idea is to give an overview of, let's say, the field of studies that you can find in our school. But of course, the best thing is to, let's say, take some notes, maybe ask some questions, and I will be personally also very pleased to schedule maybe a dedicated call to guide you at best, of course, towards the program of your interest and see if our school is actually the right place for you and for your professional growth. Then final words about admissions and financial aid, of course, some two very important topics for everyone, and then of course the Q&A session at the end. So let's start with the, let's say, with who we are. Actually, Politecnico di Milano, as I said, is our home university and is a very well-known university, of course, in Italy and in the world. One of the most outstanding, one of the oldest Politecnico in Italy. And of course, it's also the ranking that is confirming the fact that the faculties of our the departments of our universities are also very well known in the world, especially the Faculty of Engineering is also among the top 20 in the world. And I underline this, of course, because the School of Management is actually coming from the quality of especially the management engineering departments. So the school, the campus and the university itself is very big, which means having 5 campuses in total, 4 in Italy. We are in the northern part of Italy, and also 1 campus in China. And as you can see, more than 40,000 students are coming from all over the world to study in Milan. So this also confirms the fact that Milan is a highly international city and also very used to hosting international students for studying and, of course, hopefully for job opportunities afterwards. Another interesting point is PoliHub, which is actually the startup district and incubator of Politecnico di Milano. For those of you who are interested, especially in the innovation and in the entrepreneurial mindset. This is also another strength of our home university and, of course, as a consequence of the School of Management. So what is actually MIP? So MIP was funded, as I said, in 1979. So it's more than 40 years. Then the School of Management was funded mostly to actually give also managerial skills to highly technical profiles. So also in the, let's say, in the past, the university was very well known for giving technical knowledge, but what let's say was needed also by companies was also management skills. So managing people, managing processes. And that's why MIP was funded. So MIP is officially a not-for-profit consortium between the university, so Politecnico di Milano, that holds 40% of the shares of our university, from which we actually take the academic research and excellence, and around, well, more than 20 private companies. So this means this has one important consequence. So the relationship that we have as a business school with the business environment. So it's not just, let's say, on paper, but companies are really working with every actually master program that we offer, depending, of course, on the topic. And these are the companies that sit in the board of the school, just to confirm the fact that also masters are designed and are as much as possible answering the needs also of professionals coming directly from the companies themselves. This is just a small actually overview of the companies with which we collaborate. Of course, the quality of education and the quality of the services that we offer is not only something that I'm telling you, but is also something that the rankings and the accreditation bodies also confirm. So we are very proud, first of all, of having obtained last year, well, this year, actually, at the beginning of this year, also the triple accreditation. So our business school is a triple crown school. And you know that only 6% of the business schools in the world actually have the triple crown. And we are also, of course, in the rankings, in the Financial Times, mostly with the MBA and executive MBA education, and also in the QS World University Ranking, again, mostly for some specific masters, which could be, for example, big data, supply chain, risk management, who have really gained a very good, let's say, quality of education especially also for the job opportunities created after the master. And then, of course, memberships that come together also with the accreditation. Another thing that I would like to say before actually moving to Milan is also that we obtained last year the recognition of a B corporation. So the business school is highly committed, of course, being a Politecnico, highly committed towards innovation, towards digital transformation, and really in giving the skills to the managers of the future to actually manage what is new, the world that is changing actually. And one strength, one very important concern for many companies now and in the future is also sustainability. So moving towards a sustainable world. We'll see together later on that we offer a total of 5 streams, programs, let's say, in the field of sustainable management. And the school confirms also the fact that we are a big corporation, so a corporation that is committed towards a sustainable development and the sustainable impact of businesses. All right, so as I said, of course, we are located in Milan, which is, I'm sure everybody is aware of the city, and in the northern part, we are, of course, Milan is in the northern part of Italy. To be very precise, the School of Management is not located exactly, as you see on the screen, I mean, close to the cathedral, but we are a little bit in the, let's say, outside, let's say, the city center, which means actually that it takes 20-30 minutes maximum by train, also from the other side of the city. So it's a big city, but not the big that you can get lost in that. But what we also say that it's, first of all, I would say the business and financial hub of Italy. There is the history, there is, in any case, it's still the center of luxury, the center of fashion. And this really makes a really unique recipe, honestly, and makes Milan a unique city. So you're close to Europe, you're close to the business environment, but you can also really enjoy the experience. So the suggestion to where to go for a master program depends also in the city where you would like to live, because it's an experience first of all, for education and for your professional growth, but it is also an opportunity to enjoy this time. And so finding the right city is also, I think, a very important step for you. A few words about an important topic. So what about the cost of living in Milan? So Milan can be considered a rather expensive city, maybe. Well, it depends also from what you take into consideration as a reference, but these are realistic, let's say, prices that you can find. So from the lowest, which is to share a room maybe in a shared apartment, so 400 euros per month, until 800 euros per month if you wanted to live, of course, alone in a studio or an apartment. Of course, this is the cost that has to be taken into consideration the most when you think of what is my budget. So overall, at least 1,100 euros per month must be considered if you want to live in Milan. Most of it, of course, depends on the living, on the accommodation, and all the rest really depends also on your lifestyle. The opportunities will be many, also to enjoy. You see the photo of, for example, the Navigli area, the one in the yellow photo there. So, of course, our suggestion is also to enjoy as much as possible, but of course, also based on your budget. This is another interesting topic. Of course, as I said, Politecnico di Milano overall hosts more than 40,000 students. MIT, as the School of Management, of course, you can expect small classes between normally 20, 30 students for each class. So in total, we normally welcome every year between 300 and 350 international students coming from all over the world. So Of course, it's very important for us that all the students coming to Italy have the right information before the arrival and also after the arrival. For this reason, we have a dedicated office with that gives, of course, very dedicated services to all international students, both related to visa and enrollment to the university, and then what is related to the resident permit, fiscal code, health insurance, during the study, because we also offer Italian language courses during our classes, for example, and also after the studies, because being enrolled at MIP means also being enrolled in the university. So you will be also a Politecnico di Milano student, and this means that you can actually have access to the stay back option. So after the year of studies, in case you do not find immediately a work opportunity, you can stay in Italy for up to 12 months after graduation, even though you do not have a study visa or for some reasons a work permit in that case. So this is also an important point as well. The services related also to our students and especially our master students are the career development services. So a specializing master degree means that you do get education, but one important thing, as I said before, is the relationship with companies. So the aim of everyone is, of course, to find a job opportunity. And for this reason, what we also offer is our services that aim at giving to students, first of all, the right tools and the right skills to market themselves on the job market. And then, of course, services related to career management, to personal development workshops to develop hard but also soft skills, and then networking with employers and with recruiters. So with dedicated events where companies recruit on campus or online. In last year, our students, and as we'll see in a minute, all the masters are completed in the very final part after the 2 academic semesters with an internship or project work if someone prefers to do a more, let's say, professional thesis instead of a proper job opportunity. Here there is just an overview of some of our alumni. As you can see, they have names. In fact, they confirm that classes are always very international. They attended different master programs, and it is just a quick snapshot of what they are doing now. So then we can see again, so another slide too. And so basically all of them actually got this opportunity during or right after the master, and they normally actually work in a field, in an environment that is of course in line with the specialization of the master program that they decided to attend. All right, so what is the common traits of our masters? So all our masters, those that are delivered as single degree programs, which means that they start and are delivered completely in Milan for 1 year. So normally the length is 12 months. Location is Milan, and also online. What does it mean? Of course, this was also related to the pandemic, but not only. We also give the opportunity to students to attend some of the classes online, so via streaming. This is a way for us to give the opportunity to international students to be in Milan, but not necessarily to come to the campus every single day. So also to enjoy the city or even other cities in Italy, but not to miss, of course, the experience of attending classes online. The language of instruction is English. We also offer a couple of masters in Italian, but all the other portfolio is in English. The format is full-time. We mean with full-time, this means that our students have to attend courses from Monday to Friday, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is possible that some students would like to do some part-time jobs, It depends, first of all, on what is allowed by your visa, and also, I mean, it is possible, maybe for some hours, for some, let's say, collaborations, but not a full-time job in together with, of course, studying full-time. These two activities are not actually, do not work together, I would say. The intake next year in 2022 will be in fall, between September and October. For example, this year, actually, we had the kickoff of most of our masters. So this week is actually normally the kickoff week. As I said, the length is 12 months. We have some programs, we'll have a look very briefly also, that last 18 months. This means 2 academic semesters and 1 final internship of 6 months. So this is why they actually last a little bit longer. We require at least 3-year or 4-year, of course, bachelor's degree, so 180 ECTS credits from an recognized, of course, institution, and an advanced level of English. So we normally ask for an English test to be provided before the beginning of the program. The tuition fee, of course, this is different from Politecnico di Milano, which is a state university. So the fees of Politecnico di Milano can be maintained quite low. Instead, we are officially a private institution. And for this reason, the tuition fee is between 18,500 euros up to 21,000 euros. Only one program actually reaches this maximum, let's say, tuition fee. What students get after the master? They get, of course, the diploma from MIP, but also the first level specializing master degree from the university, so from Politecnico di Milano. So let's say that our students kind of get 2, let's say, diploma titles at the end of each program. Of course, it's possible also to attend a double degree masters, and in that case, the second degree will be a proper Master of Science from the partner university, depends, of course, on the program. All right, so with this slide, we actually have a very long list of all the programs that we offer. The main distinction here is between the single degree programs. So as I said, those offered by us, by MIP only, so in Italy from September until the following September with the graduation, or double degree programs that we'll see in a minute in the field of project management, luxury management, and what we launch this year, so for 2022, of course, again, international business for digital transformation. Just to give you an overview actually of what we offer, we decided to group the masters. I will not go too much into the details because the structure of the programs is the same for everyone, and it really depends on the interest that you have. So we decided to group them by topic, by area, but of course, I will go quite quickly to have a look at the masters. So in the field of big data, we have the master in business of business analytics and big data, with the aim of combining technical competencies with management competencies. So how to use the information related to, let's say, the technical knowledge for business related choices. This is a very popular program. We always normally have between, well, on average 40 students every year. And this is a very popular program, of course. In the world of luxury, as I said, the, again, very popular one is the International Master in Luxury Management. This is a double degree program with Neoma Business School in France. So students attended the first semester in France at Neoma Business School, the second semester in Milan at MIP, and the third semester is an internship. Of course, this has very good names. I mean, the partners are the Prada Group from Italy and the Champagne Taittinger from France. And the aim is to give competencies in how to manage, in particular, luxury companies with no focus on a luxury, let's say, field or area in specific. The second program is instead developed in partnership with an academy still located in Italy in the Veneto area, so not the area of Champagne, but the area of Prosecco. And this is a different, let's say, idea of program. I mean, it's less, of course, international. In this case, the experience is only in Italy, but in Veneto, and then, of course, you join MIT in Milan. In this case, the focus is not only on the luxury, of course, on the luxury area, but innovation and digital transformation for the luxury, let's say, goods, for luxury goods and for the luxury system and, let's say, businesses. Well, then the word of high tech and digital, again, strength, of course, of our school. Digital transformation, so a kind of pure program in the digital transformation tools. As you can see, the companies that are partners of this program are very diverse. So digital transformation is something cross, is something absolutely involving every single company nowadays, also as a consequence of the pandemic. And therefore, we decided to launch this master program. So again, a program that in this case is a bit more general. So the specialization is not as deep as in other masters, such as, for example, big data. Another master is instead the supply chain management. Again, a historical master for our school, very popular one as well. In this case, the focus is on supply chain management, mostly operations, procurement, and logistics. Not traditional supply chain management, but an up-to-date, I would say, supply chain management. So also in this field, we have a look at risk management, for example, supply chain finance, supply chain and procurement strategy. So again, a very up-to-date master program. Then we cover cybersecurity, again, a topic that is rising in importance dramatically. We all have heard about news about cybersecurity attacks. The important thing about this program is that this is not only a program for technical profiles, so not only for computer scientists, but also for those of you who are really interested in understanding what cybersecurity is. So we do not need only cybersecurity, let's say, technicians, but also cybersecurity managers. Those of you also who are interested and may have also a legal background because they are aware of some specific, for example, in the field of security compliance and privacy also issues are all related to the cybersecurity management. We move to the world of finance. So first of all, finance together with digital innovation. So a very strong point of our school. So fintech. Again, in this case, the combination is technical competencies with finance. And again, with the aim really of managing how finance is evolving, is modifying itself. And especially on how the banking system and insurance system is changing a lot. And of course, professionals are needed in this field too. Then risk management. So financial risk management is instead very focused on the management of risk in the financial field, in the financial area. And then, as I said before, the word of sustainability, because as I said, we offer a total actually of 5 masters in this field. The most popular are the master programs in CSR, corporate social responsibility, and circular economy. But very interesting is also how sustainability is relevant in finance, with sustainable finance, and the entrepreneurial also environment with social innovation and entrepreneurship, and also in the sustainable industrial management, which means also in the production, in the proper, let's say, production system. Then we have marketing and more. So marketing means marketing management, in particular with the focus on consumer analytics. So I would say a rather numerical approach to marketing. and instead a more, let's say, general master in marketing on media and communication management, a bit more related to communication tools, and then to make our students ready to work mostly in the agency environment, so in the branding strategies of the companies. Again, a double degree, which is the one in project management. So 1 semester at MIT, the 2nd semester in Strathclyde Business School, which is located in Glasgow, and the 3rd semester as a proper internship. This is a kind of pure project management master. This prepares our students to the also PMP certification. So it doesn't substitute it, but it can be a preparatory course. And this is, again, a quite popular master in our school as well. New entries for next year, first of all, international business and digital transformation. So relationships between countries, also commerce, export and import. All these topics mostly related to the international relations, international business between countries are relevant, but still they are changing. So how actually digital transformation is impacting these processes too. This is a double degree with Henley Business School, again in the UK. When I say double degrees, this really means that you get, of course, the degree from us, from MIP, from Politecnico di Milano, but also the Master of Science from the partner school. This is applicable to Henley, to Strathclyde Business School, and also to Neoma Business School. And then digital commerce and sales management, so digital and sales, of course, so e-commerce is nowadays, of course, another way of really selling everything. So a master is dedicated to this, and I would say finally, actually, smart operations and industry 4.0. So the main trait almost all our program is how digitalization and innovation is impacting basically any field, any industry. And so masters are related to how to manage basically this transformation. Just one word about the full-time MBA, because while all the programs I presented so far are dedicated to recent graduates, so young students normally, our students complete their studies and then join our school. What is possible is also that they have some work experience, but no more than 3 years. For those who actually already have at least 3 years of work experience, we offer an MBA program, but also, of course, other kind of MBAs. But this is mostly for those of you who already are professionals and would like to do a complete career change. This is a one-year program, a quick program that is general in the first part and specialized in the second part. The specializations are those that you can see here. Again, entrepreneurship, innovation and startup, luxury and design, digital transformation and big data, or global and sustainable management. The price is different, but what is important is that this is a completely different program for professionals. So we are to the admission process. We process applications on a rolling basis on a dedicated platform, which is applyformasters.net. We must receive a complete application with all the documents necessary for the application, and we require an application fee of 100 euros for all the masters and 150 only for the MBAs. We invite candidates to a motivational interview in English and a NIP test, so a dedicated test for some programs. And then we have, if everything goes well with the interview, a final admission and decision. So candidates are admitted to the program and are asked to confirm with the first installment. As I said, of course, out of the tuition fee, we also offer financial aid. One important thing to keep in mind is the early bird discount that we offer to candidates who activate the application before the end of February, 25th of February 2022. And then we offer a list, of course, of financial aid, which is based on merit. that is applicable, for example, to merit-based scholarships. We have regional scholarship, MIT STEM scholarship for those who have a STEM background, for example, MIP for expats. So we have then, of course, many options to be discussed, mostly maybe on a personal basis. So just a couple of notes. So the important date is that the new for the new cycle will open application on the 15th of October on the platform I mentioned before, and to keep in mind also the early bird deadline to activate the application. And that's all actually from my side. So take a little bit of time. I don't know if there is something left.
No worries, we have enough time to answer some questions, although I think that you covered some of those. I will start from the first one. Do you require Dmat?
Sure. So Dmat is not mandatory. So actually, it's not a mandatory requirement. Of course, if students have a Dmat score, normally of at least 600 points, they can compete and ask for financial aid based on the Dmat score.
Mm-hmm. And how much is the maximum for your financial aid?
Sure. So the financial aid is partial that we can offer. So normally we have scholarships up to 5,000 euros discount, unless there are some particular cases and some particular scholarships that may apply, for example, for some countries.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The next question is about actually the same topic, financial aid, but you already said that it's not specific for Balkan students, it's for all the applicants.
Exactly. What is, I think, relevant is that, for example, we offer a regional-based contribution, and this is, of course, applicable to candidates coming from any country in the world. So what we ask them to submit is a short essay, motivational essay, just to, let's say, motivate the diversity that can bring, of course, to the class. And this can be translated in a contribution, and so help lowering the final tuition fee.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the next question is about internships. I think you already mentioned that very important part of your studies, of your programs, are the internships that you offer in collaboration with companies and some important players in the business world. So can you please tell if those are mandatory as well or not?
Absolutely. So we mentioned, we give the name project work, let's say, to the very final part, because this is in fact the practical part of the master. So there are no lessons in the last 3 months. And what our students can decide to do is to actually go for a proper internship in a company. That could be also a consultancy project or a proper internship. For some students, this project can be translated, for example, in a more, let's say, entrepreneurial project, given the connection, for example, with the incubator, or a professional thesis, because, of course, professors are working also with PhD students on some interesting projects, and some students may be interested in that too. So this final part must be, for sure, a practical part, and this gives the final credits to complete the master. So it's still part of the program. Of course, what students want mostly is to have this opportunity in a company, and this makes perfectly sense. And for this reason, we really try to create as many opportunities as possible between companies and the students, thanks also to the career development service, to really, let's say, reach the point of the recruitment process of companies. So that part is included, but of course, internships can last longer and can be also translated into proper job offers afterwards.
Okay, thank you so much for this very extensive answer, but it helps really much to us as well to explain all the possibilities that you offer. And finally, one question about your bachelor programs, but as far as I know, you don't have bachelor programs.
No, exactly. So this is, in any case, a good question, because this basically marks the difference between MIP, so the School of Management. So our portfolio is only this, let's say. So it's related only to post-grad specializing masters. For what is related to bachelor's and Master of Science and PhD programs, it is the university itself taking care, of course, of this portfolio.
And I have to mention before we finish that I noticed that you have a master program in cybersecurity, and Politecnico di Milano as another institution, part of your institution, has basically the same master, but it's not the same. I mean, you offer the master with the same name, with the same title, but you offer different perspective and different mixture of knowledge and skills. So if you can explain just in a couple of sentences, what can you expect from cybersecurity at MIP and Politecnico di Milano?
Of course. So specifically on this field, you are right that the offer is not only on one program, but we have different programs. In particular, the main difference is that cybersecurity, so some technical skills will be required and will be taught, of course, by the faculty of Politecnico di Milano, but the combination is with cybersecurity topics and management and managerial topics. This means then in such a program, we are not only looking for technical profiles, which is a quite, let's say, quite traditional, of course, to have maybe computer scientists interested in that. But for example, we have legal profiles, because the topic of privacy, of governance, and also the job opportunities are also very related to the government. So ministries are also in Italy, for example, just set up a dedicated ministry to manage this kind of risk. So it's let's say, it's a more managerial, let's say, perspective of how to manage cybersecurity. This is the main difference.
Okay, thank you so much, Sylvia, for the presentation, and thank you for being with us for this online fair. I hope to see you again, and enjoy all the possibilities with which our platform offers, because there is a possibility to schedule meetings with our students. I will encourage them to make further questions and to send us emails if they are interested in applying.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you all also for joining. And as I said, so the best thing is also maybe to set up a quick call to better discuss your profile and the opportunities that we offer for you. Thank you so much.
And you too. Bye bye. Ćao,
bye
čao.
Bye. Ciao. Thanks.
Ćao. Pre nego što nastavimo sa sljedećom prezentacijom, ja bih da vas podsjetim da će nakon ove dve prezentacije na našem Instagram profilu biti uživo uključenje Jane Dačović i predstavnice EU Business School, tako da vas tamo očekuje druga tema, zapravo u okviru ove veće teme studije biznisa u Evropi. Biće reči o EU Business School koja se nalazi na 4 kampusa, u 3 zemlje u Evropi, tako da to će biti još dodatna prilika da u okviru Instagram live-ova čujete zanimljive informacije, lična iskustva studenata i da iskoristite maksimalno naš sajam. Ja ću poželiti dobrodošlicu Gaji sa Louis Business School. Ostajemo u Italiji, da kaže, posle Milana. Pričamo o biznis školi koja je zaista veoma značajna na evropskom nivou. Hello Gaja, ciao Gaja, how are you?
Hello, fine, thanks. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being with us again. We already know each other from previous fairs, and I'm happy to see you. I hope you are fine and everything is fine there in Rome.
Yeah, everything is okay. And for you?
For us as well, as you already know, we had a plan to set an offline fair, but unfortunately this month Actually, this time it won't be possible, but we do hope that the situation will finally be that good and let us enjoy our fairs in person. However, here we are, and we have the same task to present Lewis Business School and to make sure all those people that it's worth applying. As you already know, I'm familiar with your institution, but it's always nice to hear more things, more facts, and to learn. The floor is yours, so you can start whenever you want, and I will wait maybe for the end of the presentation to make some questions.
Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen so I can share with you the presentation I've prepared.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Okay, can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So
you can start. I will be here. Just I will mute myself and stop the video, but I'm here listening and then passing you questions.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your support. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. As you may know, my name is Gaia and I'm a recruiter at Lewis Business School. Today, I will introduce you to Lewis Business School facts and figures. Then we go through the career service and the internship opportunities we provide our students with. Then I will make you a brief overview about our programs. And finally, we will talk about financial aid and the admission process. So Lewis Business School is the School of Business and Management of Lewis University. And our mission is to prepare a better leader for a better world. Maybe you're wondering what is the difference between a Master of Science at a university and a postgraduate master's at a business school. The simple answer could be that, as you may know, a Master of Science lasts 2 years. Instead, Lewis Business School provides a 1-year master's degree. But I would like to add that it's not only a question of time. There are a lot of differences, and the main is the educational model. We are very, very close to the business world, and our goal is to support our students to launch as soon as possible their career in the business world. Here's some numbers about the school. We have the 30% of international students in the international master's classroom. We provide 13 masters, which are 100% in English, and we can rely on a network of 71 corporate partners. As partners, I mean that the faculty is made up of both academic professors and managers. So in class, you will follow lessons led by top managers, as you can see in the picture. And the school offers many opportunities to get in touch with the partners, organizing company visits, workshops, and this kind of practical events. Here you can see a lot of services that Lewis Business School provides to the students. We believe that studying abroad, it's not only a question of academic path, but also it involves the everyday living experience. So we try to support students also in the everyday living experience. For example, there is a social platform, a digital platform called LBS Connect. The students can build a network through this platform and can also join the community of Lewis Business School students, get in touch with others and create a network. Then we have, if you're scared about travel abroad and moving abroad, don't worry, because we have an in-house real estate agency. So this agency supports international students in finding an accommodation in Rome and entering into a rent agreement. So you will be supported in this kind of services, and it's a big plus for international students. Of course, we offer an healthcare service for all our students, a tutoring service, so you can ask questions to a tutor with a long-term experience in the tutoring field. You can plan with the tutor your exams, how to deal with some courses or your study plan. And then we have also affiliation sponsorship. So basically, if you go to a restaurant around the campus, or if you want to go to the gym or to the cinemas, you will have a discount. And then there are a lot of other services, for example, the web TV, the canteen, copy center, and the school organizes a lot of cultural activities as well. Here, I'm glad to show you, here in the pictures, our main campus. It is called Villa Blanche, and as you can see here, it's an historical building that, believe me, inside you can find also the most advanced technological features. So it's a mix between history and digital system. And it is surrounded by a large park. It is pretty near to the center, about 15 minutes by bus from, for example, Piazza del Popolo. So it is a beautiful place to study and socialize and live in Rome. That Luis Business School is a multi-site school. So we have also another hub placed in Milan, in the financial district of Milan. As you may know, Milan is a very important city for business, in the luxury field and fashion. So we decided to open another hub in Milan, and some of our international masters take place in Milan. And finally, the mission of this school is to becoming more and more international. So recently, Luis Business School has acquired another school, which is called the Amsterdam Fashion Academy. And I'm glad to show you that we are at the second edition of 2 masters, which take place 6 months in Milan and 6 months in Amsterdam. Then I have the opportunity to talk more about these programs. Now let's go to the next point, the career service. The career service is made up of a team of experts with a long-term experience in human resources management. The career service organizes about 100 career development events, both online and on campus, or physical events, in which our students can get in touch with the business world, can test themselves in mock interviews, and can also build a network with HR managers of our partners, corporate partners. Moreover, the career office assess CVs and cover letters, so you will get prepared to find a job in the real market. And there is also the Employability Lab, which is a specific lab, and there is no overlapping with lessons. So you can follow this lab in your free time. And during this lab, you will challenge yourself in public speaking and also present yourself to an audience. All these skills are becoming more and more important in finding a job. Here you can see some brands of our partners. As you may see, they belong from different industries, from consultancy to fashion, from the energy field to the luxury field. So you will be a lot of opportunities in different industries to find an internship. And then let's go to the internship. The internship is mandatory. And it is the last part of a master's. We strongly believe that students should learn not only from books, but also from the practical experience. So it's extremely important to end a postgraduate master's with the practical experience in a company working on the field. The internship can be rewarded or not. It depends on the company. It is a curricular internship and it is part of the master. So it depends on the company. And the internship can last from 3 up to 6 months. It depends also on the company. Here you can see also the placement rate, which is 95%. So thanks to the top quality level of education provided by the schools, and also thanks to the network of the school, most of our students after the masters can enter into the job market. Here you may see the timeline of a master's. So the master's starts in September 2022 and it will end in September 2023. There are 8 months of lessons divided in 3 terms, and then the first term is dedicated to the internship. As you can see, if you join a 6 months internship, you can also go through the internship and get the diploma when you're still working. This is because we don't want to stop the career development at the end of the master, but we want to launch the career of our students. So let's go to a program's overview. The educational platform of Lewis Business School covers 5 management areas. And then there is the MBA, which is a different program tailored for professional. But all these masters are 100% in English. And the first management area is made up of international management majors. So basically you can decide the industry or the area you prefer, and then you can also decide the specialization you want to join. In this case, there are 4 majors: a major in international management, which takes place in Rome, and another one which will take place in Milan and Amsterdam. So it's basically the same program, but this kind of experience is more international, since you can follow 6 months in Italy and 6 months in the Netherlands. Then there is a major in sustainability and the English industry, and a major in global health management. The second management area is the most traditional one as a business school. We are talking about a major in corporate finance. And then recently, there is another major in the marketing field, specifically a major in customer experience management. Okay, and then there is the most disruptive area of management, which is divided in three major you can decide to join. The first is in business transformation. Then there is a major in big data management. And finally, a major in global supply chain management. Okay, then there is what we used to call Made in Italy area. It is made up of 4 majors related to luxury and fashion field and tourism management. So we have a master in luxury management, another one in fashion, and the third one in tourism. These 3 masters take place in Rome. And then there is a major in luxury and fashion business. So we have built a bridge between Milan, which is the capital of fashion in Italy, and Amsterdam, which is our hub in the north of Europe. And thanks to the acquisition of the Amsterdam Fashion Academy, our students can live an international experience focused on luxury and fashion. So it's a very big opportunity to combine international experience with the focus on this kind of industry. And then there is the MBA, so it is tailored for professionals, so you should have at least 3 years of experience, and it is a program which can allow you to have an upgrade in your career. Now let's talk about the last part of the presentation. I will introduce you to the scholarships and the admission process. Louis Business School offers up to 3 scholarships per each major, and all the scholarships are merit-based, and they can be up to 25% of the tuition fee. There are several criteria that the Commission take into account to decide about the scholarship and to assign a scholarship. For example, your GPA, the background and international experience you might have, both of have studied or have worked abroad, any certification you might have in terms of English certification, but also digital certification. So it's an overall evaluation made by a specific commission or professor. And then there is another opportunity, which is called early birds. So there are some discounts from 5% up to 15%, open to all the students. And the criteria is the time on you make the application. So the sooner you apply for a master, the higher the discount. Okay, now let's go through the selection process step by step. First of all, I would like to say that we are very flexible in the selection process, and we rely on rolling selection process. So there are at least 2 selection dates per month, and you will see published on Louis Business School website the selection dates for the month, for the following month. So, for example, in September, you will see published on the website the selection dates for October, and so on. Application will open in January 2022 for the master, which will start in September 2022. So you have some time to think about the masters you would like to apply, maybe to arrange an orientation session with me or with other people of the staff. You have the time to plan your application. Talking about requirements, there are only 2 requirements, a bachelor's degree and being proficient in English. For the bachelor's degree, of course, you can apply even if you are not graduated, but if you are going to graduate within July 2022. So you can apply, for example, in January, but by providing the recruitment staff with a transcript that to be admitted, you have to be graduated before the starting of the master. And for being proficient in English, we mean at least a B2 level. So if you meet the requirements, you can send us an email. Here you can see the email is recruitment @louis.it. And you should download from our website, or you can also ask to Via Academica the documents required. So the application form, a copy of your degree certificate or your transcript, the CV, the updated CV, and a copy of your passport or your ID document. Then you will receive an email from the recruitment staff with all the details about the test. So time, password to log in the platform. All the tests are online, so you can do it easily from your home, and you will receive all the information about how to manage the test. The admission tests are made up of 2 English written tests, 1 logic written test, and 2 personal interviews, one with the master's coordinators and another one with the a native speaker teacher to assess your speaking level of English. And finally, after taking the admission test, we are pretty fast in getting back to you with the outcomes. So you will receive the email with the admission results within 1 week after taking the test. So then if you want to finalize the enrollment, you have to sign policy and procedure and pay the first installment, which is the 3rd part of the tuition fee. So as I have already said, applications are open for the next academic year, but we require to apply on January 2022, and then you can start your application process. finally, I would like to say that we had a control number of students for each master's, no more than 30, 35 students for each master's, because we want to follow all our students day by day. So the sooner you apply, the better it is to be admitted. Yeah. And if you have any other question, here our contacts, the recruitment staff is happy to answer you. So let's stay in contact. If you have any question, I'm here to answer.
Thank you so much, Gaia. Grazie mille. I really enjoyed your presentation because, as I said, every time I learn something new and I can help our students to apply. Well, yeah, we have two questions, so let's be quick. The first one is regarding GMAT. How important is GMAT for your programs, for the application, actually?
Yeah, GMAT or GRE are not mandatory. So you can decide to apply without this kind of certification. And you can do the Lewis Business School test. But if you have a GMAT or GRE, you are welcome to apply too, and you will be exempted by taking the logic test. So, yeah. So this can be a good opportunity to apply without taking the logic test provided by the school.
So students can decide if they would like to apply with the GMAT or GRE, or to sit for your entrance test. Okay, yeah. Another question is about that entrance test, actually, because this girl asked, can she like suspend that test? I mean, is it, I should translate, but is it like it's whether she will pass or just fail it, or you look for some result in between?
Most of the time, the result is admitted or rejected. So, but sometimes, for example, if we discover that an applicant is smart in everything, but for example, she or he has to improve a little bit English, we can suggest to the applicant to try again, just for the English test, for example.
Okay, to improve in one segment, in one part of the skills or something that you consider very important. Okay, and last but not least, I would like to ask about your programs, which are based both in Milan and in Amsterdam. So candidates can choose whether they would like to learn first semester in Milan and second in Amsterdam, or they can combine both cities in first semester and second semester. Am I right?
Yeah, they can combine the first semester in Milan and the second one in Amsterdam. So this is the timeline. They cannot decide to have the semester in Amsterdam before the Milan. Okay, but yeah, it's half of the program in Milan and half of the program in Amsterdam. Regarding the internship period, I would like to be transparent. Our network is stronger in Italy than in the Netherlands, since we are linked to Confindustria, which is the biggest association of companies in Italy. but in some cases, we can also provide students with an internship experience abroad, since, for example, some companies have different offices in other countries, so it's totally on end.
Okay, because I had some consultations and some students who asked me if they can apply for only one city, only Milan or only Amsterdam. So you confirmed what I said. Actually, it's one first semester is in Milan and second one in Amsterdam, which is a great thing, great opportunity, because both cities are pretty different, and you can experience different lifestyle, a different maybe business style, maybe fashion style, whatever you are interested in, and you can like have a more rich experience of living abroad, studying abroad, and plus that option for internship is always a great thing and a great support. Another thing that I would like to underline,
just to clarify, there are only two programs which are both in Milan and in Amsterdam. The first one is a Master in International Management, and the second one is a Master in Fashion and Luxury Business. So these are the most international master we have. But if someone is interested in follow the same edition of the master, but totally in Italy, there is another edition with different intakes. So a master's in international management, which will take place in Rome, and the master's in fashion management, which will take place in Rome. So there are different editions of the same master.
Okay, thank you for this. Yeah, because it is good to have those options, to have that possibility to combine cities, so they can consider depending on the master between they can consider Rome, Milan, or Amsterdam, but depending on the master itself.
Yeah. Here, for example, in the slide, the major international management in Rome. And then there is another edition of the same master, which will take place in Milan and Amsterdam.
Yeah, I forgot to underline that it's not for all the masters. Sorry if I made some confusion, but I believe our students will be like very well informed at our website as well, because
of course, and it's the same for the major in luxury and fashion business. There is an edition which will take place in Milan and Amsterdam, and another one which will take place in Rome. So yeah, this is the older one, and then we have the new the new edition after the acquisition of the Fashion Academy of Amsterdam.
It was pretty recently. I think it was maybe last year when you introduced this option for Amsterdam, and I think it's great. It's unique, and that is something that I really like about your school, that diversity of programs and diversity of that models, of course, in internships as well. So it's partly made in Italy, but you are becoming more international with this program in Amsterdam. That's a good thing.
Yeah. And this is the second edition. The first one started in March 2021.
Okay, so hopefully we will have candidates for your master programs, because they really offer a lot to learn, a lot to do, a lot to maybe, how should I say, to support. You will support them both professionally and personally, because you have that career center. That's really amazing. And thank you so much for the presentation and everything that you said. I believe we will meet again, and hopefully in Belgrade.
Yeah, I hope the same.
Yeah, I hope things will change soon, and we will discuss all those possibilities at Lewis Business School in person. Well, Gaia, nice to hear you and to see you, and have a nice week. Ciao, ciao, and until next time.
Bye.
Bye, bye. Ovo je bila Gaja sa Lewis Business School i praktično mi završavamo današnji program koji se dešava na našoj platformi, ali to ne znači da je to sve za današnji dan. Kao što sam rekla malo pre ove prezentacije, imat ćemo jedan Instagram live na našem kanalu kao i na profilu Jane Dačović. Moći ćete da čujete šta to sve možete da studirate na EU Business School. Dakle, ubrzo će krenuti live za skoro pola sata, znači od 18:30 na našem Instagramu pratite priču o još jednoj biznis školi. Danas je očigledno dan kada razgovaramo na tu temu, s tim što vas na EU Business School očekuju i programi osnovnih studija, tako da ćete sigurno moći da nađete nešto i po vašoj meri za mlađe kandidate za buduće studente. Uglavnom, bilo mi je drago da se danas vidimo, slušamo. Ja sam Jelena i možda se vidimo na nekoj našoj narodnoj prezentaciji, na savjetovanju ili profesionalnoj orijentaciji. Drago mi je što ću moći da vas posavjetujem dodatno o studijama u inostranstvu. Uživajte u ostatku dana i ostatku nedelje uz naše prezentacije. Zaista smo se potrudili da vam spremimo sjajne stvari. U ime cijele ekipe Via Akademike pozdravljam vas i želim vam prijetan dan. Pozdrav! Ja.